こんにちは、皆さん。今日、私たちは日本語を勉強しています。質問があれば、私に聞いてください。Greetings, everyone. Today we're studying Japanese. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask me at any time. We're going to continue with immersion with Card Captor Sakura.
手際いいね。それもバイトのせいか？
焼肉屋でな。
お兄ちゃんって本当にどこでもバイトしてるよね。
せいか？
焼肉屋でな。
お兄ちゃんって
手際いいね。それもバイトのせいか？
焼肉屋でな。
お兄ちゃんって本当にどこでもバイトしてるよね。
お兄ちゃんって本当にどこでどこでもバイトしてるよね。So, older brother, where do you truly work where do you truly work right now? Let's see. Okay, that's not what it's translated to. You really do work part-time everywhere, don't you, older brother? Or don't you, big brother? Let's see. Oni-chan te honto ni doko demo. Oh, it's doko demo. So, I thought Docomo was everywhere. Let's see. Docomo. It's everywhere, but Doko demo, I guess the there wouldn't change it. Let's see. Doko demo is anywhere, and Docomo is everywhere. What is the difference between Docomo and Doko demo? So Doko demo versus Doko ni demo versus Docomo. Let's see, there's okay, to clear up the situation, there's Doko ga, Doko wo, Doko de, Doko ni, Doko kara, etc., Doko da. And there's Doko mo nai. Let's see, Doko demo nai, Doko ni mo nai, Doko kara mo nai, and Doko demo nai, okay. Doko mo, Doko demo, Doko ni mo. What are you trying to say? Let's see. See, it works like English, not any X or not any. If it attaches to the question word, it combined with Doko, not preposition or the accent. Okay. Docomo without a negative works like every X with a question word combined with doko preposition every place or preposition everywhere. The accent pattern is that doko demo works like any X with a question word. So combined with doko preposition any place or anywhere. The accent pattern is usually accentless. Okay. Mo versus demo. We disproportionately prefer doko plus particle plus demo. Okay, to doko plus particle plus mo or positive. Okay, let's see. I've only heard positive mo series used in every. Okay. As you can see, Docomo appears in 2 slots, and Doko Demo, confusingly enough, takes up 6 slots. What? Okay. So, Docomo, not any place. Subjects of Doko ga wo plus mo plus negative. Doko Demo, any place. So, Docomo is not any place or every place. Doko Demo is any place. Or not any place. Or not at or in any place. Okay. The translator said, "You really work part-time everywhere." So this is Doko Demo, but they translated it as everywhere. See, in one Japanese class I've been taught why we use nanimo dem, deki nai to say he cannot do anything or he can do nothing, and we use non-demo dekiru instead of nani mode. Okay, while why is there a grammar rule that says mo is used before negative predicate and demo is used before positive predicate? Okay. Okay, rather than memorizing edge cases like this one, I think the key here lies in understanding the difference between mo and demo in this context. In positive statements using mo, the grouping is explicit. In other words, when you say nanimo or daremo or and so on, it's clear through context or prior statement what every includes. Piano, guitar, see, ドラム、彼は、let's see, どれも is correct. Dore demo is incorrect. Jozu something Kiru. Okay, he plays the piano, guitar, drums. He can play all of them well. Something. Oh yeah. Tomodachi wa dare? Dare mo. DS wo motteiru. All my friends have a DS. Okay. Okay, in negative statements, using mode, you don't have to worry about qualifying the scope of the statement. So, nani mo dekinai and dare mo inai are sufficient. Without demo, however, the grouping can be left unstated. Konna mondai na shitsumon. Wait. Oh, kantan, okay. Konna kantan na mondai wa. So that kind of simple problem. Konna kantan na mondai wa dare mo. Okay, mo's incorrect. But demos. Wait, anyone. Dare demo. Anyone can solve a simple problem like this. Okay. Kore de on wo itsu demo yomeru. With this, I can read a book at any time. Actually, every language has lexical items which are restricted seemingly arbitrarily to a specific context. Let's start with some in English sentences. To introduce the concept, I don't like her at all, or I like her at all. The first sentence is fine, but the second sentence doesn't work because at all is a negative polarity item, a lexical item restricted to negative contexts. Sometimes we have pairs of positive and negative polarity items. I like her too. I don't like her either. Here, two and either or positive and negative pair. If we swap them, the sentence doesn't work, at least not with the same meaning. I like her either or I don't like her too. Many MPIs can also appear in interrogative contexts. That is to say, questions like let's see, I don't like her at all. I like her at all. Do you like her at all? See, but even polarity item has its own requirement, which can be arbitrary, complex, or context dependent. For example, till is an MPI in clauses with a punctual interpretation. We won't leave till 6 o'clock, which is short for until. We will leave until 6 o'clock. But every play has its own requirements, which can be arbitrary, complex, or context dependent. Yeah, until has to be used with negatives. Okay, I see. Yeah, so in 5a we interpret leave as a punctual event one that takes place in a single point in time, but till can appear in the positive punctual predicates. So we can't interpret 5b in the same way. Instead, we interpret 5b as durative. It sounds like we're planning on leaving for a while, possibly for hours at a time. This, of course, nonsense. So 5b is highly questionable. Let's see. So negative polarity items in Japanese. Japanese has a number of MPIs. One of the first ones taught to learners is shika, which is always followed by some form of negative. Iku shika nai. Or iku shika aru, which is incorrect. There's no reason in principle why this is true. Positive shika could make sense, and indeed, some notes that there are rare historical examples of shika unaccompanied by negation, but in Japanese as it's spoken today, the negative required is more or less an ironclad rule. Unlike English, Japanese is verb final, and negation usually comes towards the end of the sentence. Many Japanese MPIs appear early, and they're often signal that a negative predicate is coming up. So you'd have something like keshite, let's see, keshite wasuretari shinai. Which is correct, while keshite wasuretari suru is incorrect. In many cases, this signal is strong enough that you can leave the actual part of the predicate containing the negation as long as it can be inferred from context. So, chitomo kawaranai, you can just say chitomo. Let's see, consonant invariant. Alright, so chitomo, not at all. Okay, not in the least. Okay. That's true even for items like zenzen, which has an association with negatives rather than a strict requirement. Zenzen, wakaranai, or zenzen. Of course, I haven't supplied any context here. You have to imagine the context allows the verb to be left out in 8b, b, and 9b. Okay. Your example is 2 is also among Japanese MPI. Watashi wa nani mo tabenai, correct? While watashi wa nani mo taberu, incorrect. There is no reason in principle why nanimo shouldn't be possible in positive context. It would make sense, just like certain other combinations of questions, word plus mo. For example, darimo is fine either way. Darimo oishikatta versus daremo oishiku nakatta. So is itsumo. Itsumo omoshiroi, itsumo omoshirokunai. So is daremo. Daremo ga shiteiru versus daremo shiranai. Notice here the arbitrary and the quite strong preference for ga in 13a. Yeah, daremo ga shiteiru between shiteiru and shiranai, using teiru only in the positive. Every word has its own story to tell and its own way of being used. And nanimo has its own story, unlike these other question words and examples 11 through 13. Okay, nanimo happens to have an arbitrary restriction to the negative, while nani demo does not. And you just have to memorize this difference. To convince you that it is truly arbitrary, consider amari and anmari. The following examples are borrowed. Let's see. So, kyo wa anmari atsui is incorrect grammar, while kyo wa anmari atsukunai is correct grammar. In this particular example, it seems that anmari requires a negative context. However, this is not always the case. In the following example, it's licensed in a positive context by the presence of kara. Heia ga anmari atsukata kara earcon wo tsuketa. Why? No reason. That's just how the language is. Sometimes we can speculate as to why. Sometimes we can look at the historical evidence to try to find a reason from etymology. For example, linguists suspect shika contains a contracted version of the particle wa, often associated with negative predicates. And it's true that we have relatively few sites for shika in positive context, even historically. But generally speaking, why is a difficult and possibly unanswerable question when it comes to polarity items. For us learners, they're just something we have to memorize. Okay, and we were looking at the verb dokodemo. Let's see, if I just take out the de, yeah, I knew the translator wouldn't be able to figure it out. Let's see. Let's see, dokomo is used together with negative words. Okay. Example, there aren't any seats open. Seki ga dokomo aite inai. Okay. But dokodemo is used. Wait, you're both saying they're used with negative words. Dokomo everywhere. Dokonimo nowhere. Dokodemo anywhere. Let's see, in this sentence, I was just saying, yeah, dokodemo is used in the affirmative and dokomo is generally used in the negative. Okay. Well, let's see. Oni-chan-te. But then again, wasn't there also examples in which it's used in the affirmative as well? Let's see. Isn't dokomo also used in the affirmative sometimes? Yeah, sure, correct. Well, dokomo is most commonly used with negative verbs meaning nowhere. Dokomo itenai, I haven't gone anywhere. It can be used in the affirmative sentences with a specific nuance. When dokomo is used in the affirmative verb, it emphasizes that every single place, or all places share the same state or condition. It translates to everywhere, or all places with a nuance of each and every one. Meaning dokomo, affirmative means in every place. It often implies a comprehensive observation or feeling that there is no exception among the places. Dokomo kondeiru. Everywhere is crowded. It implies I checked many places and every single one of them was crowded. Comparison with dokodemo. While both can translate to everywhere, the core nuances differ. Dokodemo focuses on indifferent to location or freedom of choice. It means anywhere. It doesn't matter where. Okay, so dokomo refers to every single location, while dokodemo refers to being able to pick any location. Let's see, I wonder if this can be taken back to that identity meaning when you said watashi de wa nai, meaning that is not me. So to be I doesn't exist. In other words, you're negating the identity. Wow, watashi wa nai means I do not exist. It doesn't mean that is not me. That means I simply don't exist at all. So if you, I wonder if that meaning has anything to do with it. So they said dokomo means each and every location. Wow, let's see. Well, dokodemo means any location you pick. So let's see. Any location identity. Let's see. Location identity, all of them, versus the location, all of them. So the location versus, let's see. And sense of negation, the location, okay, location doesn't exist versus the identity of the location doesn't exist. Or the choice, I guess. So one of that day has that same, the choice aspect has that same nuance of identity with it, just like watashi wa nai versus watashi demo nai. So the main difference is dokomo, when used in the positive sense, means every single location, while dokodemo, it's not everywhere, it's more like anywhere in the sense that it's any location, as in you get to choose the location. We're not talking about all locations, we're talking about all locations or a choice. So dokomo is talking about the locations themselves, and dokodemo is talking about the choice of the locations themselves. So we have all choices versus all locations. So, oni-chanって本当にどこでもバイトしてるよね. So, you really do work anywhere, big brother.
焼肉屋でな。
お兄ちゃんって本当にどこでもバイトし
See, does he germinate that consonant?
てか
焼肉屋でな。
お兄ちゃんって本当にどこでもバイ
それもバイトのせいか
焼肉屋でな。
お兄ちゃんって本当に
Yes, okay, she's germinating it. Yeah, oni-chanって本当にどこでもバイトしてるよね.
ねえそれもバイトのせいか
焼肉屋でな。
お兄ちゃんって本当にどこでもバイトしてるよね。
できましたよ。さあ、食べようか。さ
てか
焼肉屋でな。
お兄ちゃんって本当にどこでもバイトしてるよね。
できましたよ。さあ、食べようか。
さあ、食べようか. Or, well, shall we eat?
屋でな。
お兄ちゃんって本当にどこでもバイトしてるよね。
できましたよ。さあ、食べようか。
い
いただきます。さあ、食べようか。
Itadakimasu. So this comes from itadaku, to receive. And then its polite form, itadakimasu. So it's literally saying receiving. Itadaku. To receive, to get, to accept. And that's, let's see. Ichido, all present.
できましたよ。さあ食べようか。
い
いただきます。そうそう、お散歩どうでした？そうそう。
So, o sanpo. O sanpo do deshita. So, hey, how was the walk? Oh yeah, oh right, yeah. Yeah, that's probably a better translation. So yeah, so is sort of like, that's right. But when used as an introduction for starting a conversation, it would be more like, oh right. So, osampo do deshita. How was, oh right, how was the walk? So, osampo do deshita.
そうそう、お散歩どうでした？
楽しかった。あそこの大きな別荘でおじいさんに会ったの。
Let's see. Asako, yeah, tanoshikatta, or it was fun. Let's see. Asako no, okina, uh, besso de. So, let's see. Osoko no. Let's see. Osoko no okina besso de oji-san ni atta no. So, I over at the big holiday house, I met an old man. I'm kind of curious. I've never seen Asoko used like that before. Why is Asoko being used like this in? Yeah, it's used to refer to a place distant from the speaker and the listener. Yeah, according to Japanese, Osako indicates a location that is not near either party involved in the conversation, often referred to as over there. This usage implies that both the okay. Why is it being used? Oh, the same way. That's right. It's probably the same way for titles like Fushigi no Kuni no Arisu, which when you make a location possessive, you're saying that it's within that location. Then it's being used that way here. The over there location possessing the big holiday house, aka the big holiday house at that location, and that's one way of saying it instead of using particles like de. You can use asoko no okina beso instead of yeah, okay. So Asoko no okina beso de oji-san ni atta no.
お散歩どうでした？
楽しかった。 別荘でおじいさんに会ったの。
そうそう、お散歩どうでした？
楽しかった。あそこの大きな別荘でおじいさんに会ったの。お仕事がお休みでこっちに来てるんだって。この大きな別荘でおじいさんに会ったの。お仕事
お仕事がお休みで、休みで、こっちに来てるんだって。So, お仕事, let's work. Let's see. During the period of the break, お休み, こっち in this direction, 来てる, coming over here continuously. Work coming over here continuously during the break? What? Oh, is she trying to say he works over here during summer break, but she's just referring to it as break? Let's see. Wait, I heard you're here because you have the day off from work. Please explain the grammar of... お仕事がお休みで day off holiday. Using on... Okay, Dad, this is the TAV form of the... Oh, this is the TAV form of the copula. Okay, so it's not the normal day, it's the TAV form of the copula. So, a break from work. So, お仕事がお休みで、こっちに来てるんだって。Okay, so he said he came over here because he had a break from work. Okay, that would be that translation. I heard he's here because he has a break from work or day off from work. Okay. Say, お仕事がお休みで、こっちに来てるんだって。Now, this is the casual way of saying hearsay. して。
した？
楽しかった。あそこの大きな別荘でおじいさんに会ったの。お仕事がお休みでこっちに来てるんだって。で、お茶ごちそうになったんだ。がお休みでこっちに来てるんだって。
で、お茶、ごちそうになったんだ。So continuing that previous statement, this da is like the da version, a connected form of da, but it's being used to start the next sentence. Okay, so de. Did she actually leave off de in the previous sentence?
大きな別荘でおじいさんに会ったの。お仕事がお休みでこっちに来てるんだ。
Yeah, technically she never ends it with anything, so yeah. But you don't actually have to in a casual sentence. So yeah, this is being used like a connective. So de ocha gochiso ni natanda. So it already became delicious. Oh, gochiso. Well, no, gochiso is. Oh, treat. To treat, food or drink, entertainment, treating someone. So it became treated. And became treated using ocha or tea with tea. So in other words, he treated me with tea. De ocha gochiso ni nattanda. See, chiso comes from treating someone. And when you say gochiso, using honorific implying that you were the one treated when you say it, I guess, so. So de ocha gochiso ni nattanda.
あそこの大きな別荘でおじいさんに会ったの。お仕事がお休みでこっちに来てるんだって。で、お茶ごちそうになったんだ。
遠慮なしに茶ガブ飲みしたんじゃないか。
に来てるんだって。で、お茶ごちそうになったんだ。
遠慮
なしに茶が
なしに茶ガブ飲みしたんじゃ。
うなみしたんじゃないか。遠慮なし。遠慮 reserve, constraint, restraint, modesty, hesitation, holding back, discretion, tact, thoughtfulness, declining, reframing. Nashi, is that a word? Let's see. Oh, that's right. It's a way you can use without. Yeah. It's a conjugation from nai that's exclusively used to mean without. So, inryo nashi, so without restraint. Cha gafu nomi shita. Gafu nomi, swigging, gulping down. Guzzling, quaffling, so basically drinking vigorously. See, so gafu. Okay, so this is made from nomu, or to drink, and this other word is gabu. What is the origin of gabu nomi? Originates from gabu gabu, which is a Japanese onomatopoeia describing the sound or action of gulping down a drink. Okay, so gabu gabu basically got combined with nomu to make gabu nomu. The verb gabu nomi suru literally means to drink with gulping sound or action. You have noticed that about several words made in Japanese, they take an onomatopoeic sound, only use the first part of it, and then combine it with another word to make the onomatopoeia meaning combine with the other word's meaning. Gulping down, okay, gabu gabu. So gabu nomi shita. So gulping down tea with lack of restraint. And then, so let's see, Janai. Did you not gulp down tea without restraint? In other words, did you gulp down tea with no restraint? Identity doesn't exist. The identity of gulping down tea without restraints not existing. Question? Let's see. What does it mean when you make a question in the negative, like with Janaika, instead of asking the question in the positive, using the negative Janaika or similar negative questions serves primarily to express indirectness, politeness, or softness, rather than simply asking for a binary effect. In Japanese culture, phrasing a question in the negative makes it less forceful and demanding, giving the listener an easier way to decline or disagree without being confrontational. Polite imitation, masenka, are standard ways to invite someone. Okay, seeking confirmation. When asking about a fact, a negative question often implies the speaker already believes the statement is true and is seeking an agreement or confirmation. Isn't it difficult implies the speaker thinks it is difficult. Isn't it difficult or is it not difficult? Wait. Already believes the statement is true. Isn't it difficult implies the speaker thinks it is difficult. It's the opposite in English. Casual forms, John, okay. Response logic, answering requires agreeing. Wait, so isn't it difficult implies the speaker thinks it is. Oh, isn't it difficult implies the speaker thinks it is difficult. So is it not difficult implies they think it is difficult. So did you not gulp it down without consideration implies the speaker thinks you did gulp it down without consideration. Hence why she's probably going to have an angry response, okay? So, Enryo nashi ni cha gabu nomi shitan janai ka? Did you not gulp it down without restraint? Let's see. Inryo is made from distant or far, then thought concern. So if a thought is far, you're not considering it. In other words, you didn't have it, or in other words, no restraint about from the thought. Inryo. So Inryo nashi ni cha gabu nomi shitan janai ka?
こっちに来てるんだって。で、お茶ごちそうになったんだ。
遠慮なしに茶ガブ飲みしたんじゃないか？
してないもん。
してないもん。I did not do.
そうになったんだ。
遠慮なしに茶ガブ飲みしたんじゃないか？
してないもん。
お茶美味しかった？
してないもん。
お茶
おいしかった。What the tea was delicious.
遠慮なしに茶ガブ飲みしたんじゃないか？
してないもん。
お茶美味しかった？
お菓子も美味しかったです。
お菓子もおいしかったです。The candy was delicious. Okashi, confection sweet candy cakes. Yeah. Okashi mo oishikatta desu. So the candy was also delicious.
もん。
お茶美味しかった？
お菓子も美味しかったです。
やっぱり遠慮してねえじゃねえか。
やっぱり遠慮してね。let's see, してねじゃねえか。So as I thought, let's see. To do with no restraint. Did you not do with no restraint? In other words, he's thinking that she did. What? So if you said Inryo janai ka would be implying that he thinks that she did Inryo or restraint. But he said Inryo shitene, which is Inryo shitenai. So did not do restraint. So that's what he's thinking she did. So as I thought, you didn't have restraint. As I thought, did you not have a restraint, or you didn't have restraint? Like I said in a question way, but it's more like a statement. See, yappari inryo shite ne jane ka. And then like
美味しかった？
お菓子も美味しかったです。
やっぱり遠慮してねえじゃねえか。
そのおじいさんがね。
してねえじゃねえか。
そのおじいさんがね。
そのおじいさんがね。So that old man.
そのおじいさんがね、よかったら明日も遊びにおいでって。
よかった明日も遊びにおいでって。So let's see. If it's alright, or if it's good, also tomorrow, play. Then let's see. おいで. See, oide. Is this from ogu? But what verb would be ogu? Oh, oide. Okay, that's right. Coming, going, being somewhere. And then sute. This is probably that's casual. Yeah, that's casual hearsay. So site. So he said that if it's all right, I can also come over, go and play tomorrow. And I've noticed in Japanese, where in English you generally don't use the word play like this, but shows you how words get used differently. Basically doing any type of leisure activity, they use the word play. So yeah, recreate, I guess, would probably be closer. So he said if it's okay, I can also come over tomorrow to play, or I can come over tomorrow to relax, so recreate. So よかったら明日も遊びにおいでって。
そのおじいさんがね、よかったら明日も遊びにおいでって。そのおじいさんがね、
あ、美味しかった？
お菓子も美味しかったです。
やっぱり遠慮してねえじゃねえか。
そのおじいさんがね、よかったら明日も遊びにおいでって。
行っておいで。旅行先でお友達が増えるのは。
明日も遊びにおいでって。
行っておいで。旅行先でお友達が増える。行っておいで。
いておいで。いておいで。Something. Let's see. Ryoko Saki. Destination and travel place where one is staying. So trip. Yeah, Ryoko is trip, and Saki is ahead. Trip ahead is the destination place where one is staying. Ryoko Saki. Okonate oide. No, this is ite oide. Yeah, ite oide. Ryoko Saki de. O tomodachi ga fueru. To increase, to multiply. So increasing friends. So I think this is supposed to be oide. Yeah, oide as in from no, that would be oite if it's from oku. Yeah, so this must be the other oide. Oide. Coming, going, being somewhere. I wonder. In this word, is the de a particle or part of the word? The de is part of the word, not a standalone particle. Okay, as I thought. Uedu, okay, that is intransitive, okay, so it's not potential form. Increase friends. Yoko Saki. So the place you're staying. Please explain the grammar of. Okay, Iku to go. And go ahead, okay. Go ahead and come back. So. Oh, so this. So, okay, so when she said oide, she was using its go meaning, but when Fujitaka's saying oide, he's using its coming back meaning. So, ite oide. So, if you go and come back, which is how you say go into a place for a day in Japanese. Ryokosaki, travel destination. Future ahead. Ahead, okay. De location. Otomodachi, friend, okay. Fueru to increase, normalizer. Now it turns the preceding clause into a noun. The fact that friends increased. Topic marker wa marks this fact as the topic of a trailing off implying a reason, okay. Te oide. Verb in te form plus oide. This is a contraction of the. Okay. This is contraction of te form plus oide. Wait. Of te form plus oite plus kudu or ki nasai. Wait, so is this oku? So if you put in place going and coming back. Though it functions as a set phrase, it is derived from oku to put to place, used as an auxiliary verb indicating doing something in preparation for the future, combined with the motion kudu to come. It is a mild, affectionate command or invitation used primarily by superiors to inferiors, parents to children, teachers to students, or between close intimates. Okay. Nuance. Unlike ike, which go, or standard polite ite kudasai, ite oide carries a warm nuance of go ahead and do your thing, and I'll be here when you return. It implies a temporary departure with an expected return. Nuance of te oide. Wow, I figured out the TV series just by his name. Okay. How do you know this isn't oi de this oi de? The distinction lies in the verb conjugation in the presence of the small su. And the phrase ite oide, not ite, let's see, not ite oide. Oide with a different kanji meaning. Or ite oide, okay. So te oide, the form oide in this context is a contraction of the auxiliary verb oku, meaning to do in preparation or to leave in a certain state, in the te form oite, plus the imperative invitation kinasai, or simply the verb kiru, to come. So ite oite plus kinasai kuru makes ite oide. Meaning go and do it, or leave it done and come back. It implies a temporary action with a return. Why not oide with the kanji? The oide comes from the honorific verb oide ni naru, which is the respectful form of iku, to go, or kuru, to come, or iru, to be. If it were oide, the sentence would look like okay, but that's what it does look like. This would be grammatically redundant and awkward because you would have the standard verb iku followed by oide. Honorific odes plus verb stems are used to respect the subject and the action. If Fujitaka the father is speaking to his child, he would not use honorifics for child's actions. He uses humble or neutral forms for himself and plain affectionate for the child. Using oide would imply he is respecting the child's actions of going, which contradicts the typical parent-child dynamic in this context, unless he was being extremely formal or sarcastic, which doesn't fit the gentle tone. The role of the small su. The small su in ite indicates the te form of the godon verb iku. The second part of the honorific with the kanji oide. Te oide is not a standard Japanese grammar pattern for commands or invitations. Oh, so you don't chain oide after a te form is what it's saying. So it can't be the oide with the kanji. So but you do chain oku like that. So this has to be oite, but oite kuru or kinasai contracts to oide. So that's how they distinguish them. Because of the te form, it's coming after the te form, you know it can't be oide. The oide with the kanji. So ite oide, or in this case, I think it's something like translates to ite oite kimasu, or something like that. So go and come back. So put in place going and come back. And then ryoko saki de. Oh, okay. I think he's saying this is two different sentences. Go and come back. Ryoko saki is so at the place you stay for travel, you're supposed to increase friends. What's I think he's saying? Let's see. Ryoko saki de otomodachi ga fueru no wa. Let's see, go ahead. Making new friends while traveling. Oh, while traveling. Like, so we delineating travel with, so in the period of time of traveling. So this is used like as a period of time. Yokosaki. But it's here it says second clause. Yoko de otomodachi ga fueru no wa. Go ahead and have fun. Okay. So is Vyoko Vyoko let's see. Vyoko Saki de meant to be a period of time or location or what? Ryoko Saki de. In the phrase Ryoko Saki de, the de strictly indicates location, specifically the setting where an action or event occurs. It does not indicate a period of time in this context. Making friends is an action event that happens at a specific place. Okay. So, while at a travel location, making friends, and then ask for that. Making friends at a travel location, and that's sort of like the topic of the sentence right there. So go ahead. Making friends at a travel location. Or increasing friends at a travel location is the more literal translation. So, ite oide, ryoko saki de otomodachi ga fueru no wa.
よかったら明日も遊びにおいでって。
行っておいで。旅行先でお友達が増えるのはいいことだよ。おいで。旅行先でお友達が増えるのはいいことだよ。
いいことだよ。So making friends at a travel location is a good thing. So いいことだよ. And then yes.
旅行先でお友達が増えるのはいいことだよ。
Let's see. Something. Oh, Keitai Denwa no. If you remember, that's the episode when she was trying to get the jump card. Keitai Denwa no Chakushin owns, which comes from arrive, faith, trust, and then sound. So when something arrives, you can trust in the sound, I guess. Or in other words, a ringtone. Chakushin on. So, Keitai Denwa no Chakushin on. Or cell phone ring. So let's see. Portable and then sash. And then electric talk. Keitai Denwa no Chakushin on.
のはいいことだよ。
です。はい、大道寺です。
Hi, Daidoji desu. Yes, it's Daidoji. Let's see, her name means... Big roadway Buddhist temple. Tomoyo, wisdom, generation, world, society, so knowledge of the world? Which actually does explain her personality a lot. Daidoji.
はい、大道寺です。あ、ともやちゃん、さくらです。さくらちゃん、ワイもおるで。
It's Waimo Orude. I'm also here.
さくらちゃん、ワイもおるで。ケロちゃんもご一緒だったんですね。ケロちゃん
Kira-chan mo goisho dattan desu ne. See, to also be Kira, let's see, Kira-chan to be together. Wow, what? I think that's a nuance thing. Doing together, to be doing together. Kira-chan also to be doing together.
はい、大道寺です。あ、ともやちゃん、さくらです。さくらちゃん、ワイもおるで。ケロちゃん、はい、大道寺です。あ、ともやちゃん、さくらです。さくらちゃん、ワイもおるで。
So Kira-chan was with you too. Okay, is how it's translating it. To be with, so ought to be also with, okay. So Kira-chan goisho dattan desu ne, dattan desu ne. Doing together, to be together. So ought to be also to be together, to be also together. So Kira-chan's also with you, so
ケロちゃんもご一緒だったんですね。さくらです。さくらちゃん、ワイもおるで。
Kira-chan mo goisho dattan desu ne.
ケロちゃんもご一緒だったんですね。うん、すっごく綺麗なとこだよ。
Sugoku kirei na toko da yo. Yes, uh, this is an extremely pretty place. Okay, Sugoku kirei na toko da yo.
ケロちゃんもご一緒だったんですね。うん、すっごく綺麗なとこだよ。ともよちゃんも一緒に来れればよかったね。
Tomoya-chan mo isho ni kirereba Yokata ne. And remember, the conditional eba followed by it would have been good is how you say you should have done something. Not saying you should do something, it's saying you should have done something. While if you simply say something in past tense and then it would be good, that's the way you say you should do something. How do you say you should do something in Japanese? Yeah, oh, no, okay, not pat. Yeah, verb past tense plus ho plus gi. So past tense ho. So yeah, remember in I think the reason you use past tense has to do with the fact that past tense took on the role of the attributive form. So attributing something to ho, so something way would be good. So I always thought it was useful to think of it in the way of if something was made past tense, it would be good. In other words, you should do it. So Tomoya-chan mo issho ni kirereba yokata ne. So if you also came with me, it would have been good.
コーラス部の全国ちゃんもご一緒だったんですね。うん、すっごく綺麗なとこだよ。ともよちゃんも一緒に来れればよかったね。ワイもおるで。ケロちゃんもご一緒だったんですね。うん、すっごく綺麗なとこだよ。ともよちゃんも一緒に来れればよかったね。
Oh, she said ko. Korereba. Let's see. Yeah, I know. Akudu is not conjugated in a standard way, so you have to memorize each conjugation. So, conditional. Let's see. Wait, koreba is the conditional eba, but we have korereba.
ね、うん、すっごく綺麗なとこだよ。
Korereba. What is korereba? Let's see, kudu. Konnichiwa, boo. Genki desu ka? See my emotes in the channel working now. see, potential form is kora. Let's see, korareru. Conditional eba is korereba. So what is this korereba? Oh, maybe this is a different verb than I think it is, maybe? It uses that kanji. What verb is korereba, or however it's pronounced? Comes from kudu. Korereba is the hypothetical condition form of the irregular verb kudu. It is constructed by taking the potential stem korare, potential. Oh, that's right. If you just did pure conditional, it would have been kureba, but she said korereba. So potential. So potential is korareru, and then, but if you made that potential conditional, that would be korarere ba, which is not what we have written. And negatives korarenai. Conditional form kurere, okay. It's a hypothetical conditional provisional form irregular verb koru. It is constructed taking the potential stem korare and adding the conditional suffix ba. In usage, korereba often implies conditional ability, okay? If you could come, or if it were possible to come, okay? Distinguish it from the plain conditional koreba, which simply means if you come. Let's see. The way they made conditional is kudu become kureba. So they changed the last root to, yeah, so then why wouldn't that be? Isn't the conditional potential, let's see, korare reba and not korereba? You are absolutely correct. My previous explanation contained an error regarding the formation. So, korareba is the standard conditional potential form if one can come. Korereba is non-standard colloquial contraction as Ranuki Kotoba raw drop-in speech. So, kuru, to come, is a irregular verb. Its potential is korare korareru. Standard conditional potential. To make the potential form conditional, you conjugate korareru to korarereba, meaning if someone can come. Usage. Correct and formal writing, standard speech and exams, colloquial contraction, potential. Ra-nuki. In casual modern Japanese, the ra is often dropped from potential verbs of group 2 and irregular verbs like kudu and sudu. I believe group 2 verbs are ichidan verbs. Yeah, let's see. Is group 2 verbs ichidan verbs? So, so in casual, okay, it's formation, korareru, drop the ra, koreru, conditional korereba, meaning if someone can come, okay. Yes, group 2 verbs are the same as ichidan verbs. Ichidan doshi. Okay, so interesting. So Ranuki not only happens with ichidan verbs, but it also happens with some irregular verbs. So, Tomoyo-chan mo issho ni kerereba yokatta ne. So, if you also came with me, if you were also able to come with me, because this is potential form, so if you were also able to come with me, it would have been good. Or said in a more formal way, you would have said, Tomoyo-chan mo issho ni korarereba yokatta. So, korarereba yokatta. You can see why they started using Ranuki.
ケロちゃんもご一緒だったんですね。うん、すっごく綺麗なとこだよ。ともよちゃんも一緒に来れればよかったね。コーラス部の全国大会で本当に残念ですわ。ともよちゃんも一緒に来れればよかったね。コーラス
See,
部の全
korasu korasubu no korasu. Oh, chorus. Korasubu. So, a chorus club. No. Zen.
ともよちゃんも一緒に来れればよかったね。コーラス部の全国大会
Senkoku Daikai. All country big meet. So some sort of big competition for meet for or competition for. Oh, it's probably more of a meet than a competition for a chorus. De hontoni
って本当に残念です。
zannen. So, oh yeah, zannen, regret. So I truly regret. Korasubu. That should be chorus. Yes, chorus and then club. コラス部の全国 Did you say Tai or Dai?
綺麗なとこだよ。ともよちゃんも一緒に来れればよかったね。コーラス部の全国大会でともよちゃんも一緒に来れればよかったね。コーラス部の全国大会で気にしない。一緒に来れればよかったね。コーラス部の全国大会で一緒に来れればよかったね。コーラス部の全国大会で
So, Zenkoku Taikai, National Convention, National Competitions. So yeah, this koku gives the national meaning. Okay, big. And then kai gives them... So big meeting, essentially. So national big meeting. And then the whole entire national big meeting, aka a competition. A national competition. Or national athletic meet. Okay, so... Zenkoku Taikai. So, Kore Subu no Zenkoku Taikai de oh, and this day is the reason. So, the course club's national competition. Wait, no, de, and then Honto Zenbu desu wa. Let's see. Zannen desu wa. Okay. Regret. So, remainder and then feelings, aka regret. Zannen. So, truly regret. Oh, this is de used in the connective sense of da. Let's see. In this is the de, the connective form of da. No, de is not the connective te form of da. It is a circumstantial particle indicating context, scope, or situation. So this is the reason. So in the context and scope of the national course competition. Regrets, okay. With add or in, so particle date used to specify the circumstances you add the tournament. It does not link two independent clauses or adjectives. Sonnen. It's the same about... Okay, that's not what that means. Please explain the grammar of this. Okay. There's not the connected form. Okay. It indicates scope, context, or specific event in which the feeling exists. At or in the it indicates at or in the context of
ゃん。
Find the grammar of that. Grammar of 2 in this. Person 1 is at a vacation house and person 2 couldn't come with them because of the competition. Because the competition was the same time. Let's see. Tomoyo's expressing sincere sympathy. Person 1 is Sakura, and person 2 is Tomoyo. Oh, good luck finding that kanji. De hontoni zanen desu wa uses the particle de to connect the noun Korasubu no Zenkoku Taikai Chorus Club National Tournament to the adjective zanen, regrettable, sad. Here de acts as a tef form or the conjunctive particle indicating cause or context of the feeling. So being at the chorus competition causes regret because because Tomoyo couldn't come with Sakura. Or see here, Dev indicating the cause or the context of the feeling. So it's essentially meaning regarding the national tournament, it's truly regrettable. Let's see. Tomoyo-chan responds by acknowledging the specific reason for the absence of the tournament and expressing her own regret and sympathy for the situation using characteristic plot, soft speech style rather than just saying I'm sorry or that's too bad. Okay. So here, de acts as a te form or conjunctive particle indicating the cause or the context. So in the context of having the having that competition, she has regret because she can't be there. Okay. So I guess it's sort of, so is this the reason there then? Is this the reason there? Yet then the sentence specifically indicates the cause or reason for the feeling of regret. Due to, because of, on the account of. Usage of de is distinct from other reason markers like kata and no de because it attaches directly to a noun without needing a verb or adjective. It often implies objective, situational, unavoidable cause, like an event, weather, or illness. Objective, situational, and unavoidable cause. Due to, okay. So, Tomoyo-chan mo
もう一緒に来れればよかったね。
これすぶの全国大会で本当に残念ですわ。
コレス部の全国大会で本当に残念ですわ。気にしないで頑張ってね。
気にしないで頑張ってね。So, do not attach, do not do attaching with your mind. Or in other words, don't think about it. Yeah, しないで is don't do, and don't do what? Don't do with your mind, or in other words, that's right, there is no word. Don't do with your mind, or in other words, don't think about it. When you're not doing things with your mind, you're not thinking about it. So, 気にしないで頑張ってね. So, do your best. So, preserve, persist. In other words, persist, or in other words, do your best. To insist that, okay, to stick to one's, okay. To remain in place. In other words, preserve or keep at it, essentially. So, 気にしないで頑張ってね。
ともよちゃんも一緒に来れればよかったね。コーラス部の全国大会で本当に残念ですわ。気にしないで頑張ってね。私も応援してるから。
私も演奏してるから。演奏, that is. ON. Aid, assistance, help, aid, support. So I'll be supporting you. So I'll also be supporting you. 私も応援してるから. So answer and help. So help and an answer is support, aid, assistance, cheering, ruin. Oh, when you answer with help, aka you're cheering for someone. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'll be cheering for you. Since I'll also be cheering for you. So 私も let's see. 応援 yeah. 私も応援してるから. Let's see. Ataru is Masani. Let's see. Watashi mo ouen shiteru kara.
残念ですわ。気にしないで頑張ってね。私も応援してるから。ありがとうございます。近くにね、すっごく大きな別荘があってね。
はい。近くにね。Okay, 近くに。So, 小さい。See, 近く。So, 近い is near. Yeah, so, but 近くに, so with nearness, so in other words, recently, so 近くにね、すごく 大きな別荘があって、so recently, an amazing large holiday house. Or maybe she's trying to say nearby there's an amazing large holiday house. Let's see. Let's see. Please explain the grammar of Chikaku is a meishi now near or soon or shortly. Isn't Chikai a word? Chikai. Yes, near. Let's see. So Chikaku could mean neighborhood, vicinity, near. Let's see. Chikaku now meaning near vicinity. Ni. A location article indicating where something exists. Okay. Sugoku, casual abbreviation of Sugoku, casual abbreviation of Sugoku, meaning very or really. Okina, okay, big. So there's a very big holiday house nearby. Extremely big. Okay, Sugoku. So, 近くにすごく大きな別荘があってね。So there existed a big holiday house nearby. In cottage and separate, different. Okay.
そこに優しいおじいさんがいてございます。近くにね、すっごく大きな別荘があってね、そこに優しいおじいさんがいて
そこに優しいおじさんがいて。So with that, or in other words, Soko referring to the topic. So, oh no, Soko's referring to the place, that's right. So, Soko ni, so at that place that they just talked about, Soko ni, yasashi oji-san ga ite, so there's a nice old man.
ありがとうございます。近くにね、すっごく大きな別荘があってね、そこに優しいおじいさんがいて、今日お茶をご馳走してもらったんだ。
今日お茶をご馳走してもらったんだ。So ご馳走して so to treat someone, and then もらった so receive. So she received someone treating. So she received someone treating of tea, So today he treated me to tea. So, 今日お茶 or today he treated me to green tea. So 今日お茶をご馳走してもらったんだ。
近くにね、すっごく大きな別荘があってね、そこに優しいおじいさんがいて、今日お茶をご馳走してもらったんだ。ともよちゃん？いえ、楽しかったですか
Yeah, or nothing. It means like nothing in this case, but it's basically the word no, contracted from ie. So yeah, tanoshikatta desu ka? Uh, so nothing. Did you have fun? Ie, tanoshikatta desu ka?
ともよちゃん？いえ、楽しかったですかうん、この前本で見たティーパーティーみたいだった。ですか
この前本で見た. So earlier, saw book. Earlier saw book. Tea party みたいだった. Yes. Please explain the grammar of so previously, let's see, this saw booked tea party looks like so it looks like a tea party scene out of a book. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, it's like the tea party I saw in a book the previously or the other day. Okay, so この前 functions as a time now, meaning the other day or recently. Core descriptive phrase 本で見た tea party. Here, Honde indicates the location or meeting where the action took place in a book, using the particle mita, past tense plain form of mitu to see, acting as a relative clause. Okay, so tea party, essentially it means tea party that I saw in a book. Mitai data. So looks like, and then data past tense, so it looked like. Instead of looks like, it's looked like. Similar to like, okay. Suffix data past tense copula, the speaker is describing a past event. Yeah, it was just like the tea party I saw in a book previously. この前本で、この前本で見たティーパーティー、みたいだった。
ともよちゃん？いえ、楽しかったですか？この前本で見たティーパーティーみたいだった。
ティーパーティーみたいだった、そう。
楽しかったですか？この前本で見たティーパーティーみたいだった。
So, 質問がありますか? Are there any questions? If not, we're going to raid, so please stick around for that. Yeah, so from what I've heard, Alice in Wonderland is very popular over there. So you can just say a sentence with this little reference, like a tea party I saw in the book, and they know that you're referring to Alice in Wonderland. And speaking of which, how many tea parties are in books, after all, that people would actually commonly know about? We're going to raid Brother's Dust for the first raid, who's teaching Japanese with Persona 3 Reload. Okay, for the second raid, so we're gonna raid Sonia, who's currently teaching Japanese through manga. Okay, we're gonna raid Biscotti B23, who's playing Elden Rings for the third raid. Minasan, okiotsuke, mata ashita. Goodbye everyone, see you tomorrow.